Video just because I know that I have been MIA recently due to my internet being out and also away over the weekend, and we've had a little bit of a hard time meeting up. So I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I don't want you to think that I forgot about you or anything. So we're gonna start on our hands and knees here. Okay. So coming onto all fours here, I'm going to clip my feet down like this. I'm going to have a nice and neutral spine. Neck is nice and neutral. On the inhale, we're going to arch the back, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale to round, pushing the floor away. Inhale to arch, look up. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch one more time. Coming back to a neutral spine here, keeping the neck nice and in line. I'm going to take my right hand up towards the front of the room, and then I'm going to extend my left leg towards the back of the room here, and then setting them back down. And now I'm going to take my left hand, doing the same thing towards the front of the room, taking my right leg towards the back of the room. And then setting them back down. Now I'm going to keep my hips exactly over my knees here. And I'm just going to come down to my forearms, my forehead for Anahatasana. So this is heart opening pose or puppy pose. It's the one that's really good for the posture. And we're just gonna stay in here for a few breaths. So taking an inhale in through the nose and exhaling out. Another inhale in through the nose and then exhaling out. And now I don't want to waste too much time. So I won't be explaining as much as I normally do, so we're just going to get right into it. We're going to start in downward facing dog. I'm going to take my right leg up and back here. I'm going to bring my knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to left arm, and we're gonna hold here. Up and back. Right in between the hands, I'm gonna leave my left hand down on the mat, taking my right arm up to twist. Trying to get the shoulders nice and in line here. And I'm gonna bring my right hand back down. I'm gonna bring my right foot back to meet my left. And I'm gonna end up in plank, trying to get my body nice in a straight line. I'm gonna push back into downward facing dog. From here, take an inhale, bring the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to left arm. Inhale, up and back. Knee to right arm and hold. Inhale, up and back. In between the hands again. This time I'm gonna leave my right hand on the mat. You're gonna see my back leg is nice and straight and strong. Taking my left hand up towards the ceiling to twist, looking up. And then I'm gonna bring my right foot up to meet my left. I'm gonna exhale, forward fold. Back is rounded. Inhale here, just to lengthen the back. Halfway lift. I'm going to exhale, back down, forward fold. Now I'm going to lengthen one more time, plant my palms on the floor, take my right foot back. I'm in a low lunge here. So making sure that the knee doesn't come over the ankle, keeping my right hand on the mat. I'm going to take my left hand up to twist. bringing it back down. I'm going to send my left foot back to meet my right. I'm going to end up in plank here. Now from plank, we can do knees. And I'm going to drop my chest and my chin right in between my thumbs, keeping my elbows in towards the body. I'm going to place my feet on the floor. Inhaling, just using the strength into baby cobra. And then exhaling, I'm going to come over my toes here. I'm going to end back up in downward facing dog. I'm going to inhale my right leg up and back. Send it in between the hands. And now I'm going to twist once more. Send that hand back down, bring my left foot up to meet my right, and I'm going to fold here. And now I'm going to inhale all the way up towards the ceiling. You can't see me, but I'm bringing my arms all the way up towards the sky here. And from here, I'm going to exhale all the way back down, tucking my chin in towards the chest, rounding the back. Halfway here, we're going to start going a little bit faster from here on out. So same thing, right foot back, twisting. Sending that left hand back down, left foot back to meet the right. Now you can do knees, chest, chin again from this plank, or you can do high to low push-up. And then from high to low push-up, we can come into upward facing dog and exhaling over the toes into downward facing dog. We're going to inhale the right leg up and back in between the hands here. So I'm going to be at a low lunge, left hand towards the mat, right hand up towards the ceiling to twist, sending it back down, bringing my feet together to touch. Exhale, forward fold, rounding the back. And now I'm going to come all the way up to a stand here. And now I'm going to twist my camera around to a standing way so that you can see that, okay? Perfect. So we're going to work on tree pose. So I'm going to come over to my left foot and I'm going to bring my right foot either to my calf or, as to my ankle, my calf, or my thigh. Remember, we need to skip over the knee joint. Now I'm going to find a drishti, which is my visual, on the floor about 3 feet in front of me. I'm going to keep my hands to heart center. Remember, the 3 most important balance techniques are: number 1, keep with the breath. It took me a long time to start learning how to talk and balance at the same time because we need to keep the inhales flowing. The more inhales and exhales you have, the easier it is to balance. Number 2, stay with your ability level, build a strong foundation. So please do not force yourself to come here if you know you should be practicing here. You want to ace each one first, and then after you ace that one, then try to build your way up. The third one is the drishti. We always need to have a visual point to help us steady. Okay, now I'm going to go over to my right side, this time without me talking, and we're going to do the same tree that we did over on the left side here. Now I'm going to look down and find my drishti. Inhales and exhales, in and out through the nose here. Good. Now I'm going to come into Garudasana. So I'm going to start on my left leg, standing leg this time. My left leg's going to bend here and my right leg's gonna come over top. Okay, so this is what it's gonna end up looking like. But as in any balance, there are many variations. You can start here, okay, with the feet as a kickstand. Or if you ace that and that's easy, you can start here. It's very rare that people are all wrapped around like this. So modify for yourself, okay? And I'm gonna have my right arm on the bottom, left arm on top. And now the trick to this balance is that the deeper you sink down, the easier it is to balance. The more that it's gonna hurt the muscle in your leg, easier it is to balance, okay? So my left leg's already burning. I'm gonna switch sides here. I'm gonna go on my right side for Garudasana, eagle pose. So left leg over top, and now left arm on the bottom, right arm up top here. I'm gonna sink down as far as I can. Remember, the farther you sink down, the easier it's going to be to balance. Good, and release. I'm gonna bring my feet about hips width distance apart here, fold from the waist. I'm gonna take my index and my middle finger. I'm gonna grab my 2 big toes for Padangusthasana, hand to toe pose. Now, you cannot reach your toes. I'm going to, if I can find where I threw my strap, we're gonna grab a yoga strap here. So I don't have my strap, I'm gonna use this. So say this is my yoga strap. If I'm having a hard time, well, not a hard time, but if I'm working on my flexibility, I'm gonna put it underneath my toes like this, and then use the strength of my arms to get the flexibility in my hamstrings, since I'm still reaching to work my toes there. So after that, we're going to come into Malasana squat. And just breathe here. So inhales and exhales here. And for Malasana squat, I'm gonna come onto my knees again. The knees are gonna be about hips width distance apart. We're gonna try camel pose. So I'm gonna place my hands on the small of my back, and I'm gonna, I can keep my neck in line with my spine if I want to. I don't have to. I can also open it up. Do what feels comfortable for you, okay? So I'm going to arch my back here. Remember, I can be here or I can bring that in line with the spine. If you feel comfortable here and you want to go deeper, you can grab the outsides of the ankles for full camel. And once you get here, you're going to use the strength of the thigh muscles to make that arch in your camel, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna lay all the way down on the mat now, and we're gonna come into bridge pose. Just gonna let me adjust the camera very quickly. Okay, so knees bent, feet on the floor. And then as soon as I get down there, I'm going to come into bridge pose. I'm going to try to keep my legs and my knees hips width distance. If I want to come into supported bridge, I can grab my yoga block right here, and place it right at the small of my back. And just lay here for a while, and you will still get every single one of the stretching benefits that you do in regular bridge pose. You're just not using those muscles, but you are getting a lot of stretching here in the back. Now I'm gonna release that. I'm gonna come to a seated position here. We're gonna come into a quick hip opener. Opening your hips is really important. It is essential to our body. Most of us have closed hips, and that's a lot of the reason why a lot of us have back issues, especially if you have pain in the lower back. It's from the hips. It's really interesting because we have tight hips and we walk around on them. The hips, it'll cause a chain reaction. The chain reaction is going to climb all the way up to the back. It'll reach the lower back and eventually, work its way up. So we need to open them. The nice and straight spine here. We're gonna come into fire log pose. So I'm gonna start with my left leg on the ground, my left shin. I'm gonna try to get nice and parallel. I'm gonna bring my right leg over top. I'm gonna bring my right ankle to my left knee, and I have a gap here. Now, if you say you don't have a gap and you're all the way like that, modify, move around until you get a gap because you need that, something to work with. So from here, we're gonna flex the feet. Flexing the feet is going to help protect the knee joints when they're in a vulnerable place to get hurt in a posture like this. So flexing the feet, protecting the knee joints. Now I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to push down on my right knee. And I'm going to feel my right hip opening up. And it only has to be gentle. Please don't yank it down. There is a fine line between discomfort and actual pain. And if you feel discomfort, that's good. That means you're going to grow. If you feel pain, we need to back off a little bit. So pushing it down, and you don't need to push it down all the way. Push it as much as you feel that you're getting a good hip open here. Now I'm going to switch sides, flexing my feet again. I'm going to have my right leg down on the mat, my left coming on top, ankle to knee again, and again modify. You want to have this space here. Now once you get the space, make sure your feet are flexed again. Push down on the left knee. You can even close your eyes here. We really should be focusing on the inhales and exhales of the breath the entire time. The deeper your inhales and your exhales are, the more relaxed your muscles are going to be, the more relaxed you will be. If you're a little bit holding tension, your body's going to hold that tension. It's not going to want to stretch for you. Okay? Okay, from here, I'm going to place my legs straight out in front of me. Now, I'm going to use my 2 peace fingers, grab my 2 yogi toes here. If you cannot use a strap, please okay, so I'm gonna see how nice and lengthened my back is here. I'm gonna inhale, really lengthen, And then on my exhale, I'm going to round, and I'm going to sink deeper. Inhale, lengthen the back, and you can lift. And then on our exhale, we're going to round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. And release. Now from here, I'm going to bring both legs in a straddle, knees pointing straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to keep my spine super lengthened, so I'm going to show you from the side here how lengthened my spine is going to be. And I'm only going to go down as far as I can keep my back really lengthened. So yeah, you can go all the way down, but see how crunched up my back gets there? And that's not the goal here. Our goal is to keep it nice and lengthened. So we're gonna get to that spot where we can keep it lengthened, and we're gonna hold it here. Now, sometimes I like to take a big pillow or something, and where I can keep my back lengthened, I just kind of try to let go of all of the tension here. And as you feel your body releasing the tension, then you can fold deeper. Good. So I'm going to lay all the way down on the mat. Now I'm going to come into fish pose. So I'm going to lay down, and you know what? My legs are going to be straight down on the mat. I'm going to bring my elbows here, and all I do here is I let my neck drop. Okay? Now, again, if you feel like you have problems in that area, you can keep the neck in line with the spine. Another alternative to this posture, fish, is to put a block right where the base of your neck is, right in between your shoulders. And from here, just letting your head fall. Okay, so fish pose is one of those postures that we tend to do a lot of forward folding in yoga, and this is forward folding is closing the shoulders. The fish is going to open everything back up. So I'm going to come back onto my back, grab the sides of my feet here, rock back and forth, side to side. This is happy baby. It's just relaxing our spine. Now I'm gonna bring my left leg down to the mat, bring my right knee in towards the chest for wind relieving. And now across the body here for supine twist. Now, the biggest issue, my main focus is I want to keep my shoulders on the mat. I'm looking over my right shoulder. Supine twist is a really gentle cleanse, perfect for the end of a class. It works in the nervous system in such a way that it relaxes you for final relaxation. It gets the body ready for that. I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to bring my right leg to the mat, left knee in towards the chest, wind relieving. And now across the body for supine twist. Both shoulders on the mat. I'm gonna look over my left shoulder. Inhale and exhale here. I'm gonna bring both my knees in towards my chest. I'm gonna give them one last final squeeze. And now I'm going to come into Shavasana or corpse pose. So from in corpse pose, we're going to totally close our eyes. And from here, we're going to take a quick scan of the body and release we're going to start with the toes. Release and relax all of the muscles in the toes and the feet that you feel like you're holding tension in. And now move up to the calves. Release the tension there, moving up to the thighs and releasing the tension. Now your whole leg is relaxed here. You're keeping your eyes closed the entire time. Now moving up to the upper body, we're going to relax the shoulders, feeling the tension just drift away from the shoulders and the arms and the palms. Now moving up to the face, actually we're going to release the tension in the eyebrows, the forehead, the mouth, the tongue, the jaw. Feeling all of the tension removed from the body. You're feeling super relaxed now, no tension at all. All of your muscles are entirely at a state of rest. Your body heals the best when it's in a state of relaxation, when it's in a state of rest. So this Shavasana is helping you to get the maximum benefit of our practice today. You are welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. The longer you stay in Shavasana, the better. So if you would like to do that, you can pause the video for a few minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, rolling over to our right side. And now coming up to a seated position. Up nice and tall, bringing our hands to heart center. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that I get to practice with you this week. See you soon. Bye.